The number of unemployed young people worldwide should fall to 73 million in 2022, 2 million fewer than the year before figure, the United Nations Labor Agency said on Thursday. However, the figure is still 6 million higher than the pre-coronavirus pandemic level of 2019, with the recovery in youth unemployment lagging behind the rebound in other age groups, the International Labor Organization, or ILO, said in a report. Between 2019 and 2020, those aged 15 to 24 experienced a much higher percentage loss in employment than the rest of the labor market, it added. The ILO's 300-page, quote, Global Employment Trends for Youth 2022 update on key youth labor market indicators and trends said the COVID-19 crisis exacerbated the market challenges generally facing young people. Many drop out of the labor force or fail to enter it altogether due to the difficulty of finding a job during coronavirus lockdowns and while businesses were closing due to the pandemic. Quote, the COVID-19 crisis has revealed a number of shortcomings in the way of needs of young people are addressed, especially the more vulnerable such as first-time job seekers, school dropouts, fresh graduates with little experience, and those who remain inactive not by choice, said Martha Newton, the ILO's Deputy Director General for Policy. Quote, what young people need most is well-functioning labor markets with decent job opportunities for those already participating in the labor market, along with the quality education and training opportunities for those yet to enter it. The report said that 27.4% of young women were projected to be in work in 2022, compared to 40.3% of young men. This gender gap, quote, has shown little sign of closing over the past 2 decades, the ILO said. The gap is largest in lower middle-income countries, at 17.3 percentage points and smallest in high-income states at 2.3 points. The share of youth not in employment, education, or training in 2020, the latest year for which a global estimate is available, rose to 23.3%, up 1.5 percentage points from 2019 to a level not seen in at least 15 years. The global youth unemployment rate is projected to be 14.9% in 2022. The report highlighted the differences in youth unemployment between the regions. In Europe and Central Asia, the rate is predicted to be 16.4%. Quote, but the actual and potential shocks of the war in Ukraine are highly likely to affect the results. The rate in Asia and the Pacific is set to match the global average of 14.9%. In Latin America, it should hit a worrying 20.5%, while in North America, the figure should be 8.3%. The 12.7% rate in Africa, quote, masks the fact that many youths have chosen to withdraw from the labor market altogether. But the Arab states have the highest and fastest growing unemployment rate of young people worldwide at 24.8%, a figure that hits 42.5% for young women in the region. On the positive side, the report said young people were well placed to benefit from the expansion of so-called green and blue economies, centered around the environment and sustainable ocean resources. The study said an additional 8.4 million jobs could be created for young people by 2030 through green and blue investments, notably in clean and renewable energies, sustainable agriculture, recycling, and waste management. The report estimates that achieving universal broadband coverage by 2030 could lead to a net increase in employment of 24 million new jobs worldwide, of which 6.4 million would be taken by young people. The report also estimates that investments in care sectors would create 17.9 million more jobs for young people by 2030.